I love my farmhouse sink, but I do not love the plumbing underneath. Sometimes I like exposed pipes, but there's nothing glamorous or chic about these plastic pipes. And I have looked for a ready-made sink skirt, and I can't find anything really at all. So I decided to make my own. If you are in a similar predicament and you have any kind of sink like this, even if it's not freestanding with legs like mine, this tutorial will help you make a very easy to do simple skirt for about $10 worth of Velcro and $10 worth of fabric or less. If you can sew a straight line, you can do this tutorial. Let's get started. Hey, this is Kathleen with oldworldfarmhouse.com, and today I'm going to show you how to sew a really simple sink skirt for a sweet French country style look in your kitchen, so you don't have to see all of your exposed pipes. What you're going to want to do is measure the circumference under here of your sink bowl, right where it kind of meets underneath here. From there to the floor, you want it to just graze the floor. So I'm going to just take my measuring tape up under here and just wrap it around and feel with my fingers to the end. There we go, and then come out. I'm right at 52 inches. When I cut my fabric, I cut it 53 inches. But if you want to do an exact 1.5 yards of fabric, you could just do 52 inches, because if it's a little short on either side of the sink, it's really fine. It's not going to be seen. And it might, all that means is it's going to stop just a little bit before the end. For mine, just grazing the floor is going to be 34 inches. And then you're going to want to buy this heavy duty Velcro with an adhesive back. I'll link to where to get it. It's at Walmart or Michael's, wherever, in the description below. And you're going to cut a length of it to, we measured 52 inches, so to 52 inches. And then you're going to peel off the back, and you're just going to reach up. I'm actually not going to peel off the back because I have a piece under there already, and I'll save this for something else. But you would just, it peels off like a sticker. Take the sticky side, and you just reach up and you firmly press. This is what it looks like under the sink. You press it into place right where the basin meets the horizontal part of the sink, I guess, for lack of a better term. You can see it up there. You work it all the way around the entire circumference. I go sew the hems of my skirt, and when I do that, I'm going to take the toothy side of the Velcro. I have a long strip of it, and I'm going to attach that. So I'm going to sew it to the top of my skirt so that I can just Velcro the skirt on and take it off and wash it when it needs washing. I used just over 1.5 yards of this fabric that I had previously washed and ironed. It's called Hee Haw. It's a Waverly Inspirations from Walmart. I think actually Waverly does some really great prints for their Walmart line. I really like them, and the price is right. I cut this piece. I left the width, it's a 44-inch wide piece. So I just left the width as is because that was actually perfect for the length of my sink skirt with the hems. And then I cut it 53 inches in the length, which is just over 1.5 yards. You might be able to get away with doing just 1.5 yards because it's only 1 inch off. So a 1-inch hem on either side of my sink skirt. So I'm going to measure to 1/2 inch with my tape measure and fold in, and I'm going to iron that all the way down, and I'm just going to keep my tape measure handy so I can make sure that I'm only doing 1/2 inch all the way down. I'm going to go on like that. Have my sides hemmed, I'm going to work on the top and the bottom of my sink skirt. So the top, I'm going to make it a 2-inch hem, so I'm going to measure 1 inch, and I'm going to fold over and iron that, picking up that little part of the side hem. So I'm going to iron that, and then I will fold it over. And then once I've got my 1 inch iron down, I'm going to fold it over again to make the 2 inch hem. And this time, again, I don't have to measure because I can just line up the edge of that first fold and make sure that I'm just doubling it. Now I'm coming to the bottom of my sink skirt, and I want it to be a very nice deep hem because that's going to make it lay really nicely. So I'm going to measure 4 inches and iron and press. So there's my 4 inches there where my finger is. And then I'm going to double over again. So I'm using 8 inches of fabric in all. Okay, I've got my 4 inches ironed, and then I'm just going to fold up my next 4 inches for my nice deep 4 inch hem for a total of using 8 inches of fabric. Now I'm just going to sew all of my hems on the underside. I've got this on my little computerized machine, and I'm just going to start. I've lined it up right with the presser foot. So I know that my far edge always wants to be lined up right with the presser foot. I'm going to back stitch, just like tying a knot in hand sewing, and then I'm just going to sew down the length of the hem. I'm sewing the side hems first for the vertical sides, and then I will do the horizontal bottom, and then last I'll do the horizontal top and add the Velcro. Now I'm going to sew my Velcro teeth, not the fuzzy side, the teeth side, to the top hem. So I've got this top hem all done, and I'm just going to lay the Velcro over it. I guess you could pin it in place if you were worried about it sliding around. I'm going to see how it goes without pinning, just to try to save some time. So I'm just going to lay this right under. I'm going to, again, line up my hem with my presser foot. So this is my line. I've got my Brother machine on the 1 stitch, and I'm going to get started. Okay, it's going through the Velcro really easily. I sewed the Velcro on one side, and I'm actually going to go back and sew down the other side because I don't like how this is not attached. I think you could probably get away with it, but I'm just going to do another line down. Okay, so I finished hemming all the sides of my skirt, and I sewed the Velcro on, and then before I had stuck the other piece of Velcro up under here. So now here's the moment of truth. And I'm going to Velcro this up under my sink. And there is my completed sink skirt. It's totally washable. You can just take it off if it gets dirty with the Velcro, throw it in the wash, and then stick it back up there, and it'll be good as new. And you can, I've got some extra storage under there if I want to sneak anything underneath the skirt. And the best part is it's hiding all of my yucky pipes, and I'm gonna just tuck my fire extinguisher back under there too. And so now I've got this nice, neat look in my kitchen. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope it helped you out. If it did, could you please give me a thumbs up down below and let me know what you think. Have any other questions about sink skirts? You could do this with any kind of sink, really. You just have to make the measurements and get that Velcro. And again, this is Kathleen from oldworldfarmhouse.com, where I love talking French country style, Swedish country style, and English country style, and all things old house. Thanks.